DERIK mark, the mark of magnificence.
Welcome back once again, viewers. We are here in the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. We had already had a fascinating game of cricket. We're expecting to have another crackerjack of a contest. It's Team BELESTONE taking on the ABC boys, and this is going to be a very exciting contest. Two very balanced sides will be looking to get 2 more points on the table to ensure they qualify for the next round. Right then, we don't have much time in our hands, so let's head down in the middle where we have Atiq Nizam with the 2 captains for the all-important toss.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are for match number 6 of the Sigma's Premier League Season 3 2025. And here we are with the 2 captains of the next game that's going to be coming up. Is going to be the ABC boys taking on BELESTONE, and to my left I've got them in that matter, the 2 captains along with the match referee, and it's going to be the captain of the ABC boys who's going to be flipping the coin. It's all right. Heads is the call. Oh, that's gone a long way. All right, it's a tail. So I believe you won the toss. Yes. Congratulations. What have you decided to do?
We should bat first.
Any particular reason behind that?
No, 100 is par score, I reckon. We will try for that, and rest of the things all depends the day.
Well, you've lost 2 games. Yesterday you had a good game towards the end. What is the plan going in today?
Today, try for the best, and no matter of the result needed. That's why.
Fantastic. I wish you all the very best and go well for the game. Well, you've lost the toss, but what would have you done had you won it?
I want to do first bat. Okay. Like unlucky first field is good. It's okay. I will do 80, 90 runs. You can do that. I will to win.
Fantastic. Now, basically, your team, you're going to be bowling first. What do you think that? Do you think that you can come victorious in this game as well?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. Well, there you go. The ABC boys have won the toss, and they've elected to bat first in match number 6 coming your way.
Well, thank you very much, Atiq Nizam. So there you go, the confirmation coming in from the middle. ABC boys have won the toss. They had no hesitations to be batting first on a pitch where there is assistance for the fast bowlers, for the spinners, even for the batters if you apply them yourselves. That's the playing 11 for Team ABC boys. Ones, Seru, Nias, Rashid ABC, Mustafa, Noful, Nawaf, Mufassal Tharal, Praveen, Asif, Munna and Afsal. A team which has already gotten a couple of points in the yesterday's encounter. Didn't start off so well, lost the first game, but bounced back very quickly and won their second game. Right, Team BELESTONE, they need some catching up to do because they have lost their first encounter yesterday. It's Rafnas and Fuhas to open, Ramiz Raja, Nelson, Shaz, Nawaz, Rasif, Sawad, Ali Mehroof, Shahanas, Rizwan Hussain and Asi Johnny Boy. Well, it's still quite hot and humid here in Sharjah. The temperature is hovering around somewhere around 40 degrees Celsius with the minimal breeze going across. So it is going to be a bit of a test the fitness levels of all the players. Yesterday was a tough outing for all the teams. We saw a few players getting a bit dehydrated. So you need to ensure you get the electrolytes going in your system and ensure you keep yourself well hydrated. By then, all focus on this important clash between these two very talented teams. The men in green have already gotten 2 points. On the other end, Team BELESTONE, this is an important encounter for them. They need to ensure they win this game to stay alive in the contest. And that is where the men in yellow would want to start off with a bang. And how do you do that? By picking up early wickets. Talking about the field, they have a wideish third man in position and also a wideish deep cover in position. Quite an unorthodox field. Apart from that, it is a 6-3 field they have set. It's going to be exciting to see if the ball does move around. We have seen in the first game how brilliant were 12 to 12 bowlers. Well, play says the umpire. We all set for match number 6. Straight away on the money, and straight away he's off the mark. It's always a great feeling as a batter when you come out to bat, and on the very first delivery you get it from your bat and get off strike. That's the best feeling in the world, because there's always nerves. That 0 mark figure is hovering around your mind. You think, right, just 1 run, and then things become much easier. Your nerves become much calmer, and that is what he's done. Nias is off the mark with a single. Lovely shape. That is a very good delivery. Just pitching on that 4th, 5th stump channel, and a bit of movement. So this is going to be an interesting passage of play, because we know that Nias, he's a batter who fancies to play towards the leg side. This is going to be a bit of a test to his technique. This is up in the air, and we'll have to wait for the signal of the umpire. He's really thrown the kitchen sink at it. It's gone for a huge maximum. Nias, finding the opportunity, saw it's too full and swung his arms really hard. Umpire has given that as a 6. They would want to just have a recheck, as after seeing the replay, just looked like that the ball was in the play area. Yeah, I think he's going upstairs, because after I saw the replay, it looked like it's 1 bounce for. Yeah, need to slow down a touch here. And close. Yes, I think it's going to be a boundary. Yeah, that is what's happened. The umpire has changed his decision and has called the right one. So Nias and Seru making their intentions pretty clear. Short delivery, it's going to be a wide. Seru, his eyes lit up the moment he saw that short delivery, and that really deserved to be put for a boundary or a maximum, because the fielders in the leg side, they're all in the circle. And all he had to do is just time it. He would have gotten full value of the shot. Beautifully bowled. You can see the front foot not going anywhere. Trying to clear the front leg and trying to play a big shot. But in the end, he saw the extravagant movement of the surface. That's why he changed his mind and wanted to guide it. A very risky shot to play against a bowler who's taking the ball away. Swing and a miss. I think Seru just needs to calm down a touch. Yeah, good to see now. Nias is going down and wants to have a quick word with him. And surely he would be telling him, mate, the ball is going away from you, so why not try to play an inside-out shot? Just go with the flow, get the front foot forward, and try to have some connection onto your bat. That's a lovely delivery. So after he was struck for a boundary, he's done extremely well to keep the score down to 6 runs. It's 1 gone, 6 for no loss. This is an excellent start by Team Belestone. Rizwan Hussain hardly giving any runs. This is crashed towards the cover region, but there is protection in the deep. The sound of the bat, the moment he struck, that would have made him really feel good. Well, as a batter, when you come on to bat, it's always such a good feeling when you middle the ball, especially when you're playing a new ball. And that is exactly what happened. Intentionally playing it along the carpet. Another very experienced campaigner, Sawad. Shot. This has been pulled away with a lot of authority. And the ball plucking to the surface. Teaser. Oh, he's done well in the end. And they might just consider to come back for the third. Yeah, they do so. Excellent bit of running. Good calling by Nias. He was the one who wanted the third. Got a lot of elevation on this one. Yeah, did not come from the middle of the bat. Otherwise, this was going to go out of the park. And almost, he overran. And this could be a boundary. No, it's done well in the end. Ensured that comes in the play area. Outside edge, very close to the keeper. Could have been an absolute 100, blinded behind the stumps. And Sawad Khan, he knows that he had a genuine case to pick up a wicket. Look at that again, once again, clearing the front leg, not coming onto the line of the delivery. That's why this body opened up and hence got into a very awkward position and almost lost his wicket. Well, in the modern era, which we have seen lately, that's the way the batters play, especially in the shorter formats. They rely more on the hand-down coordination. Just like this has gone towards the boundary in no time. Nobody even moved. So this is the class of this man. And it's an absolute treat to watch when he gets going. Yeah, just maybe couple of seconds. That's how long it took to really reach the fence. The fielder and the point region had no chance whatsoever to react onto this. So the runs are coming freely now. 18 on the board. It's turning out to be an expensive over. 12 runs already given by Sawad, bowling a bit too short for my liking. And that's much better. Quick single, shy the stumps, wayward throw. Belestone, they'll really need to pull their socks up as it's such an important game. Even in the last game, the bowlers weren't really up the mark. They were trying to do a bit too much rather than keeping things tight with the new ball. And even today, I can see that they are bowling a bit touch too short, the batter pulling out, so the bowler will have to go back and reload. Yeah, but talking about these two, Nias and Seru, we could be in for a treat. We might just see some fireworks if these two get going. There you go, the sound of the bat, thunderous hit. It sailed over the fielder's head. It's turning out to be a massive over. These two are seriously enjoying their outing out there. What a lovely swing of the bat. Very good balance, not falling over. Head was still. And he's got a lot of bat on this one. Concludes the over with a biggie. It's 2 gone, 25 for no loss. Seem to be pretty relaxed at the moment, the boys of ABC boys. Beautifully bowled. But the way he's bowling at the moment, I really wouldn't mind the captain to give him a slip and then ask him to bowl from the middle stump. Because that extra bit of movement, which is swinging a bit too late, is really troubling the batters. And as a batter, you just need to be a little smart in your approach and ensure you don't try to force any false shot here. Lovely. That is a beautiful cover drive. It's in the gap, gets another boundary. Runs flowing for the men in green, and elegance pouring from the blade of this man. Lovely stroke, always in control. And the secret behind that is he did not overstride onto it. His body came onto the line of the ball, and then the lovely flow of his bat did the rest. Oh, that one came in, so he does have the tendency to surprise the batter to bring one in. Yeah, if you do have that skill, it just becomes such a lethal combination to possess as a medium pace bowler. Of course, one of the great cricketers from Team India was Bhuvneshwar Kumar. He was an absolute specialist, an artist, I would say. Literally used to talk to the ball and make the ball talk, taking 3 deliveries away and then all of a sudden bringing one in sharply with a lot of control. Goes back to his stock delivery, watchfully played, letting the ball come onto the bat. That is the secret behind the success for these batters. They're not really going after the bowling. They have assessed the situation because they're playing their 3rd game, mind you, ABC boys. So now they understand how this wicket behaves. You really need to let the ball come onto your bat rather than force the issue and trying to chase the ball. So really need to give a lot of credit to these men who have adjusted and adapted to this Sharjah Cricket Stadium wicket, which we all know that always is on the slower side. You won't really see the ball zipping around and coming quicker to the batters. Nicely done. Very good running. Very smart by the 2 batters. They're going along well. After 3, it's 33 for no loss. This man on your screen has been super impressive with his all-round skills. We've seen he is a very handy batter, a very, very smart, sensible bowler as well, Nelson. If you would want somebody to come and bowl at this stage of the game, when you know that the opponents are going after you, it's that man, Nelson. But he has been welcomed with a couple of runs. For a moment, I thought that he's really middled this, but nonetheless, that's a good start to the over yet again. They're trying to apply pressure on Nelson, and that is the right approach. You don't want to be letting their ace premier bowlers to settle down. You would want to go after them, and then the captain will have some serious issues. Now this is close, very, very close. Oh, the umpire thinks otherwise. I think the angle has saved him. Going down the leg. But good delivery. He's just firing onto the stumps. You can see that that was more like a shooter. It was a seam-up delivery. And playing across the line. 17 for Niaz, 17 for Seru. Both of them have gotten off to a brilliant start. And have a great opportunity to really score big. And also one good news for these two batters is since the time they've walked in, every time they have played a shot, an awful shot, it's coming right off the middle of the bat. We've seen how quickly the ball is traveling towards the boundary. It's just an indication that both the batters seem to be timing the ball so well. Also talking about the two fast bowlers, I think they bowl well. It's just the batters. They have played some exceptional, extraordinary cricket. Again, this says, oh, that's gone. It had to be Nelson to be brought into the attack at this juncture of the game because he is a genuine wicket taker. That is exactly what he's done. He has provided that much impetus to his side and he has picked up a pricey scalp. Lovely take. There could have been in confusion, but the good thing was that the calling was loud and clear. The moment that ball was in the air, he said, mine, mine, stay out of it. And makes no mistake whatsoever. Nonetheless, this has been a good innings by Seru, but he will have to go back to the dugout. It's 38 for 1. So finally, a breakthrough here for the Belestone. And in walks the captain straight away, getting off the mark with a lovely drive towards long off. Played a very sensible knock even yesterday. Now, Niaz, automatically the responsibility has shifted onto his shoulders. Beautifully bowled, but excellent bit of running. Good respond by the captain Mustafa. Mind you, he scored 30 run a ball in the previous encounter, and they went on to win the game. It's 40 for 1 after 4. Another quality spinner in the lineup. Shah's had a great outing in his first game. Now he's come on to ball, and he's going to be bowling to the likes of Nias, who is in a mood to really clear the boundaries. That's been worked away towards fine leg. Good to see. That is what they wanted. They wanted Nias to be off strike as quickly as they can. Try to get a few dot deliveries against the new batter. Mustafa, we know that he likes to take his time. Even that is what we saw in the last game. He took his time initially, and once he got his eyes settled in the middle, that's where he really shifted gears and scored quick, brisk runs for his team. And also, he's a very strong cutter of the ball. So anything short, anything wider towards the offside, he does have the tendency to really go back deep onto the stumps and then play it as late as he can. So as a bowler, you would want to ensure that you try to keep it wicket to wicket. That's where the element of risk will come. Good delivery. Now they've done well to pull things back, and that is all because their main go-to bowler Nelson picked up an important wicket and disengaged the partnership. Lovely delivery. Now talking about Nias, he is not a big believer in cutting the ball. He's a player who really likes to play down the ground, plays with a straighter bat, mind you, technically very correct, and likes to play towards the mid-wicket. But Shah's, knowing his strengths and weaknesses, he's firing towards the offside, making him cut the ball. Lovely delivery. That is a beautiful ball. Nias is absolutely perplexed. Look at this ball. Pitching, gripping, and it's gone ever so slightly away from Nias. What a top-class over we are witnessing. Surely asking a few questions to the batter who's already done some damage. Excellent. This is a terrific start to the spell for Shahs. Just giving the 3 runs, and now BELESTONE are making a way back into this game. It's 5 gone, 43 for 1. Well, just one more over. And then we'll have the drinks break. Surely now both the teams will have to reassess, regroup, and think how to go about for the next 7 overs. These two bowlers are bowling extremely well in tandem, Nelson and Shahs. This is where they can really now tighten the screws and ensure they don't allow the batters to rotate strike, get those few dot deliveries, and then you'll see the pressure will mount. That's something which we saw in the first innings. Nitro, they were off to a flyer, winning the toss, batting first, and then all of a sudden the spinners, they came into equation, kept on chipping in with the regular wickets. That's where things become so tough for the new batters to just come in at a situation where they really had no time whatsoever to settle in and go after the bowlers. Outside edge. That's a lucky escape, but not the best of deliveries by Nelson, offering a lot of width, and also would have been a wide. Yeah, you can see what the keeper is indicating, having a conversation with the Nelson. That was a wayward delivery, but Nelson thinks otherwise. He's complaining to his teammate as to why didn't you take that. That was a very tough one. Good start to the over, 6 runs already. Ensure they don't take any unnecessary chances against Nelson. Lovely delivery, beautifully done once again, and good running. good cricket all round. And that is what you expect when two best sides, I would say, are competing against each other. Mind you, ABC boys were the champions in the last season, so they are carrying a lot of pride, and they are trying to defend their title here in the Sigma Premier League Season 3 2025. And a lot is expected from the man on your screen, Mustafa, the captain, who's been a role model for his teammates. Looked very confident during the toss. Beautifully done. This is a contest which I'm looking forward to, because Mustafa does have the tendency to at times go at the back foot and play those cut shots. And Nelson on the other end, he just needs to fire one onto the stumps. He does so close, but that angle once again, the impact was outside the leg stump. Otherwise, Nelson would have surely had a genuine case. Nonetheless, good over yet again. We're halfway through the second innings. But let's have a look once again. Yeah, very good decision. 6 gone, 51 for 1.
So 51 for 1 after 6 overs. The ABC boys going very nicely. A rate of 8.5 runs and over. Mustafa on strike. 2 of 5 for him. That's a good looking shot. Played towards deep point. So Niaz out there in the middle. 28 of 19. Batting very well. Saw some glorious strokes from Niaz. He'll need to carry on. ABC boys certainly staring down the barrel with 2 losses in this tournament. So they'll desperately want to get those points on the board. They want to emerge victorious. And this is the time to do it. Nicely flighted there by Shaz. Not giving too much room for the batters to freeze arms with. Well, he's a smart campaigner here, Shaz. He can mix it through very nicely. He's been very economical so far. He's bowled quite nice and tight. Can he get a wicket or two here? Well, at the halfway stage, you'd certainly expect you can double the score from here onwards. So it's imperative that ABC boys get the score up to about 100 plus from here onwards. With 9 wickets in hand, they certainly should be able to do that. Oh, there was a bit of a mix-up there. Had that fielder collected it at mid-wicket, that could have been curtains there for the batter. Once again, Shaz keeping a lid on things, not giving too much room for the batters. That's flighted. That is in the air. The question is, has he timed it? And the catch has been taken. That's a very, very crucial wicket under the circumstances. And it is the said batter Niaz who has to make the long walk back to the dugout. Shaz has been rewarded for some quality off-spin bowling. Once again flighting it, and look at that Australian style reverse cup. And he nails it to perfection. Beautiful catch there. As another wicket falls, as a said batter Niaz departs for 29 of 22. It was a very good innings while it lasted. It's 54 for 2. Oh, that's going to be a wide. New batter Naufal at number 4. But on strike is the captain Mustafa. Oh, close. Very, very close to that outside edge. A brilliant over once again from Shaz comes to an end. A successful one at that. Picking up that big wicket of the set batter. 7 overs done. It's 56 for 2. Nelson continues. Well, that's a big shot. He's gone hard at it. Just enough to clear the fielder inside the circle. They'll get a couple of runs. Naufal off the mark straight away. Give him some confidence going through. They'll need some big overs. We're down to the last 5. And they'll need to try and push to that 100-run mark if they want to give their bowlers something to bowl at. Some semblance of hope, to say the least. Oh, good hit. Where has this gone? Oh, just a bounce to the fielder. 1 for 16 of 2.2 overs. Nelson's bowled quite well. Oh, that's going to be called a wide. Well, he's just trying a bit too much here, Nelson. He's just got to calm down and focus on getting the line and length. He's just trying to fire the ball across in the process, losing his line and length. That's better. Nicely played this time. So last Premier League Season 3, 2025. Pictures brought to you from the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Oh, nicely bowled once again. The batters just sometimes can't help but notice is that even the fuller balls they try to play across the line, just as they play in tennis. Tennis cricket is a completely different ball game. Oh, that nearly took the umpire. Well, great reflex action there. The umpire had square leg. Well, I'm sure he must be keeping fit. Oh, look at that. That was certainly like a WWE punch, maybe like a left hook coming towards you. And he taking evasive action. So well done, Mr. Umpire. But nevertheless, that was a great shot to say the least. Much needed boundary here for Naufal. Beg your pardon, in fact, well, that's a bye being given. So over comes to an end. A good over here for the men in green. 11 runs coming off it, 8 done, 67 for 2. .67 for 2, and Nelson will continue. Nicely flighted. Nothing much that Naufal could do there. Naufal showed a lot of intent from the time he's come out to bat. Well, if he can pull out a couple of big hits. There we go. That was very much in the line. I'm batter asking for a wide. In fact, it is Shaz who's... Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. That missed everything. Very close to that off stump. Once again been deceived by that nefarious flight that Shaz is offering, beautifully enticing the batter. And then completely flummoxing him. Well, he's been brilliant. 1 run, 1 wicket and 8 runs to his name that he's given Shaz. Oh, beautiful. Once again, was there a bit of an edge there? Bowler's reaction says that was quite disappointed when the wicketkeeper did not collect it, but maybe he was disappointed that it didn't hit the stumps. Once again, across batted. Some footy skills there. The run rate has dropped ever so slightly now. That one stage they were going at close to 9 runs and over. But now, after the fall of the 2 wickets, they've been struggling. Another very good over comes to an end. Just 2 runs from that over from Shaz. Well, he's bowled brilliantly. 3 overs, 1 for 9. What an outstanding spell this has been. 69 for 2 after 9 with 3 to play. We're into the last 3 overs now. The spinners have pulled things back up for the fielding team. They've done really, really well. .69 for 2. Mustafa on strike. Oh, trying to pull that, but oh, a direct hit would have been interesting. Leg by being called by the umpire. Fawaz introduced into the attack rather late into the innings. Well, single's not going to help your cause as much because you need boundaries at this stage. It's absolutely crucial that they get a couple of big overs. They need to get at least another 30 runs in the next 3 overs, which means that they've got to go at 10 runs and over. Naufal and Mustafa have struggled out there. Well, he's tried to go for a big hit, but Once again, very difficult for them to find the ropes. The ABC boys, they need to reconsider their batting lineups because they need some big power hitters up the order to try and clear the ropes. Well, Naufal certainly tried that early on. Saw him pull out a brilliant hit, but since then he's just struggled to get going. Well, beautifully bowled once again. Fawaz shaping it very nicely away from the right-hander. Mustafa, well, I'd say that he's been struggling, to say the least. Trying to go across the line. Not the right ploy. You've got to try and hit through the line. Focus. When the ball's going away from the right-hander, you've got to try and focus that extra cover point region. Finally, he's managed to get something out of it. And he's got all of it. Well, that's been a long time coming. The captain finally comes to the party. It's been a struggle stay for him, but not at this stage. Very, very good hit there by Mustafa. Well, you'll need a few more of that. Well, that was certainly in his slot. His eyes lit up and he feasted on it. Wonderful stroke to end the over. 10 overs done, 79 for 2 with 2 overs to play. Good delivery, very nicely bowled. Sawad now coming into bowl his second over. Well, he went for plenty in his first. He went for 19 runs. Can he come back strong is the question. Hit hard into the gap. They'll come back for a couple. So finally, in the last 3 to 4 minutes, the runs have begun to flow, which is good news here for ABC boys. Mind you, the sun has disappeared into the horizon. Much comfortable conditions out there now for players. As we go into the night, conditions will be much more comfortable, to say the least. And a wide there on that occasion. Just look at that angle being created by Sawad. He's bowling wide across from the crease, across the right-hander. And once again, playing a delivery like that, trying to target the leg side, is not the right ploy. That is more like it. That's a much better shot. Going through the offside. And they come back for a second. Excellent running. Brilliant stuff here by the two batters. Finally, some intent been shown. And that is what you actually need at this stage. Run rate has now crept up again to 8 runs and over. 84 for 2. You have another 9 more deliveries remaining. Can they get to that 100-run mark? Give their bowlers something to bowl at. Well, he's pulled that hard. Has he found the gap? Not able to find the boundary ropes. Another. Well, did they just get 1 run there? In fact, yes, they did. So not the best of running, but spare a thought for these players. Mind you, they are not professional cricketers. The weather out there can be unforgiving. Extremely warm and hot. Good delivery there. Dot ball. Dot balls at this stage are like the weight of gold. Sawad has done quite well here after getting torn apart in that first over. Well hit again. Will they come back for a second? And they're pushing themselves through. This is going to be extremely close. Well, the players are celebrating. And the umpire has gone upstairs. Over to you, Mr. Third Umpire. This is going to be touch and go. And this can perhaps maybe the difference between maybe an extra 5, 10, 15 runs. Let's have a look at that. Not the quickest of running. Oh, did he make it? Did he make it? On the first glance that we've had here from the comm box, it did feel like maybe he got in from the barest of margins. And I think he has. The players walking back to their positions. And Naufal will survive. Good to see those pictures. The opposition giving Naufal a good rub on the back. Telling him, I understand you, my friend. I can feel you. I know it's not easy conditions. You're doing well. Carry on. You've still got another 7 more deliveries to complete the innings. 85 for 2 now. As players take a small break for drinks. Well, this will tell us. Let's have a look at that. Let's have, oh, very close. Very, very close, I'll tell you. It's much, much more closer. Look at that. He's still short there. Did he get in? Oh, good luck being a third umpire, but it did seem like he got into the barest of margins. And yes, well done. Well, he huffed and puffed his way into the popping crease. Well done, Naufal. Great job. And he survived. 11 overs done, 87 for 2. All right, so now we're into the last over of the innings. Well, he's skied this. Is this ball gonna hit the ropes? Yes, it will. A valiant effort there by the fielder in the deep. Goes in vain. But a very good effort. He certainly gave it his all. That was a wild slog there by Naufal. He got a thick outside edge that flew past the slip cordon. But that's a very dangerous ploy, I'll tell you. Trying to stop that with the foot. We've seen some horrible injuries that has taken place with such instances where a player can step on a ball and cause some serious damage. Fuaz, entrusted to bowl the last over, has conceded a boundary of the very first ball. 91 for 2 now. This is turning out to be a productive partnership. Naufal's moved on to 17 of 5. 5 more deliveries remaining. 91 on the board. Can they get a few more here? Oh, gets an edge and the catch goes down. Well, 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 well. Well, sometimes cricket can be such a cruel game. You can do everything right. Just like what Fuaz did. Perfect length and perfect line. A huge hoik there by Naufal. Gets an outside edge. Wicket keeper. Flying across to his right, not able to hang on. So he survives and lives to fight another day. Well, this is a good looking shot. Brilliant shot there by Mustafa. Shot of the day for me today. Well, my friend, if you have shots like that in your kit bag, why would you try to play otherwise? Look at that for a stroke. Beautiful. Magnificent stroke. Effortless as it seems. And the fielder on the boundary ropes at sweeper cover was just a mere spectator. Moves on to 22 of 19, the captain. Oh, this time he's gone. This time he's gone. Well, it's a photocopy of what happened a couple of deliveries ago. Again, a delivery outside off stump going across the line causes his downfall. Mustafa departs for a very well made 22 of 19. He struggled initially in his innings. Finally, right towards the end, provided some impetus here for his team. 98 for 3. Two more deliveries remaining. Another wild hog over. Extra cover. And the catch has been taken. Another one falls. Mufassalat doesn't trouble the score as much. It's 2 in true for Fuaz. And this is a huge breakthrough. Well, right towards the end, wicket stumbling. The BELESTONE fielders certainly hanging on to their catches. 98 for 4. All right, can you get a hat-trick here? Hat-trick ball coming up. Oh, goodness gracious. How did he miss that run out? He could have literally walked up to the stumps. It will definitely not be counted as a hat-trick, but it could have been a team hat-trick. Oh, that is a comedy of errors. Nevertheless, ABC boys wrap their innings up at 99 in their allotted 20 overs. Thanks to a good partnership between Naufal and Mustafa, they managed to creep up through and they've set a target of exactly 100 required for victory for Team BELESTONE. Highlights coming up. Some glorious hitting there up the order. That was how the initial tempo was set. A close edge that flew past the slip cordon. Boundaries kept coming thick and fast. Runs were flowing through. ABC boys at that stage, you felt like maybe they could reach that 110, 120 run mark when the openers were batting beautifully. Some glorious shots all around the park. Was such a pleasure for us to witness here from the com box. And then that happened. Nias perishing. A lot of edgers flying past that region, not helping. And then, right there towards the end, you had a very good knock from Mustafa and Naufal, a good partnership. And then this was the last over, 2 wickets in 2 balls. And then they wrapped the innings up at 99. So we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the run chase of Team BELESTONE coming your way. Stay tuned.